Alrighty, we have covered perimeter, which is finding the distance around a straight-sided figure. Then we went into area of rectangles, area of squares, area of parallelograms, area of triangles, area of trapezoids. Then we went to circumference of a circle, which is the distance around the circle. And now we've come to the last thing in our geometry section, area of circles. Now, one thing we've got to remember and discuss first, do we remember exactly what area is? Covering a figure with what? Squares. Covering a figure with squares. Right? Alright. So, if we're going to find the area of a circle, then that probably means we're taking a circle and we're covering it with squares. Now here's a nice ugly picture to look at. Looks like a let go my Eggo waffle, frozen waffle. That's right. Now I could draw perfect squares on every circle we have, and I could go and count the squares, but I run into trouble when I get out to the edge with all these partial squares and then trying to put them together and how much of those make a full square, it becomes too hard. So again, thank goodness what? We have a formula mathematicians discovered that we use to help us find the exact area of a circle. So, A equals, here is the formula mathematicians discovered that will help us. A equals, A represents area, of course. If you've already looked on your tax chart on your desk, you know the first thing is two legs with a snake on top, which is called pi. And it's slammed up against, and slam means times, an R that has a little 2 on it. That has a little 2. So we read this, A equals pi times radius squared. And Ron Harrell, you're going to run 500 laps for me because you're forgetting what we learned the third week of school about exponents. It does not mean times 2. Because I said no, 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 no. How many times did I say no that day? A lot. Right. No, it does not mean that thing times 2. Let's interpret this. What is pi, y'all?
3.14.
All right, so we got 3.14 times. Now, what does radius to the second power mean? Real quickly, let's look. What did this mean the third week of school?
6 times 6.
That meant there are 2 big 6's multiplied together. It does not mean no, 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 never does it mean 6 times 2. Never. It means there are 2 6's. Because there's a big difference between 36 and 12. Okay, Ron, you remember now? Okay, we've got to store that. So, if that's the case with that, what does R to the second power mean? R times R again. R times R again. So we've got 3.14 times the radius times the radius. Of course, we know that means radius, don't we? I mean, I maybe be taking that for granted that we all remember that R means radius. All right. And so technically that's all we have to do now. We take whatever circle we have and let's plug into our formula the numbers and do the mathematics, and we'll find out how many squares cover that circle. We'll find the area. Okay? First example right here. Find the area. So write this in your notes. This example, write these examples in your notes. Ooh my. First thing, write down what we're going to do. A equals. Now, let's go ahead and fill in 3.14 for that funky thing, because that's pi. And then it's going to be times R times R. Correct? All right. .14 times. Now instead of R, let's put a number. What will the number be for this example? 9. 9. Because this is an R picture, isn't it? So, 9 times 9. Now, at this time, if I was mean, I would make you multiply that all out long multiplication. But because of the week we're in right now, and I'm trying to be a nice guy, get your calculator, punch in 3.14 times 9 times 9, hit the enter button, and we should get it. Do not use the pi button, please. Because if you use the pi button, it will use that big long thing that I showed y'all the other day. Remember? That big long thing? Okay. So, Bryce, you'll be the first one today. When you punch in 3.14 times 9 times 9, tell me your solution.
254.
254.
0.34.
254 and 34 hundredths. Now, we're in geometry. We're in measurement. We must label it. And we're back at area again. So what do we put? Either SQCM or CM with a little 2, because we are covering the figure with squares. And there we go. Man, this is hard. Stinking hard. All right? Let's come straight down to this one right here. Okay? We're supposed to find the area of this. So we write down A equals 3.14 times R times R. Okay. We're going to write down 3.14. Now, I need a number for R.
4.
Now, folks, we first got to look at our picture. What is this 8?
The diameter.
It is D, isn't it? Does this formula that we're using have a D in it? So if you put 8 in there for R, you're saying this formula has a D in it. It does not have a D in it. We do not have written down a formula for area of a circle with a D in it. We could make one up and it would work, but it's not going to be on our charts, is it? It's not. We got to remember our formula is an R formula. It needs radius. We're given diameter. Radius is only half of all the way across. So I'm not going to use 8, I'm going to use 4. And then times 4 again for this next time. So Tuck, punch that in there for us.
What's the measurement? I can't see.
Feet. Feet.
I got 50.
Whoa. 5.
50. 0.
0.
Point.
Decimal.
20. Or 2.
2.
4.
4.
F.
That's it? Okay, so 50 and 24 hundredths
Feet. Squared.
square feet. Don't say it backwards. You're an AP student, you need to start saying it correctly. It's square feet. Even though the little 2 is on the backside, you say square feet. Because when you get up into upper mathematics, it makes a difference whether you say square feet or feet square. Makes a big difference. Not right now, but it does later, so we might as well train ourselves. Okay? Hard yet?
Nope.
Okay, next one. A equals what? 3.14 times R times R. So now I got 3.14 times.
13 times 13.
How do I know I'm already using 13?
Because the radius.
That is an R picture, isn't it? So 13 times 13. And EA, what we get? Oh, boy, you're all right.
Hold on. It came up really weird. Hold on.
It's all right.
I don't know what is wrong with my calculator. 3.24 times 13 times 15. There. I got 5.
5,
3.
3,
0.
0,
Decimal.
decimal,
60.
6,
6.
6. Do we agree?
Yes.
We all agree with her, and it is square meters. Square meters. All right.
3 wouldn't go in. So.
Oh, the 3 wasn't going in? Okay. Now, there are 3 examples with pictures. What happens if they don't give us a picture? If you need to, draw yourself a picture. 32. Why did I go all the way across with this one?
Because it's diameter.
It says the diameter is 32. So all the way across is 32. I still use A equals 3.14 times R. Folks, if you write down the formula every time like I'm making you, sooner or later you'll have it memorized, won't you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, do I put 32 in here for R?
No.
This is a D picture. I need R. So what is the R?
16.
16. So I'm going to go 16 times 16 with the 314. Now punching in the calculator. Please do not ask me later, can I just punch it in the calculator straight from the picture? No. You must show what you're punching in the calculator, please. Or I'll take it away from you and you got to do it all longhand. I'm speeding up your work by letting you use a calculator, so entertain me by writing down on your paper what you're punching in the calculator. Parks.
Is it okay if I just...
Parks.
Oh, the thing for that one. I got 803.
803.
Decimal.
Decimal.
84.
84. So 803 and 84 hundredths square meters. All right, very good. Ask me later. All right, what about the next one? Do I need to draw a picture? Or can I just know this is a R? So write down A equals 3.14 times R. So I'm going to be punching in the calculator 3.14 times 7 times 7. Now that I've written it down, I punch it in the calculator. Kiki, what'd you get?
Oh, okay. I got...
Oh, we gotta be. It's 14:30.
Sorry, I was like clearing my